Toronto Terror is about to do battle. The party has officially begun as the officials about to tip the ball in the air. Dayton Wolves, Chris Johnson, center floor along with number 15 as the Dayton Wolves get the first possession. Winston passes it up to Miller. Miller crossing half court. Picked up by no one other than DeMar. Miller goes left side, kicks it over to Chris Johnson. Miller rotates behind Chris Johnson. Shot at the left corner. Just a little bit in front of the three-point line. No good. Rebounded by DeMar. Up the floor to number 5 who buries the jumper at the free throw line. That is the first 2 points on the board for Toronto. As Miller recollects the ball, crossing half court, crosses behind his back, crosses left. Doesn't go anywhere. Miller kicks it down low to Watkins. Watkins tried to kick it over to Winston, but it's picked out of the sky by number 4. Up the floor to DeMar. DeMar tried to kick it down low to number 15. Stolen by Watkins. Miller gets the rebound coast to coast for 2 points to tie the game up at 2 apiece. With just 1 minute tacked off the clock. All tied up.
Well, you can expect these two teams to run each other to death, but both of these teams can adapt to their environment. If the Dayton Wolves want to run, Toronto can run. If Toronto wants to run, Dayton can run. As inside on the left corner with a left block is a shot made by number 4. Now it is a 4-2 lead as Miller crosses over DeMar. Re-dribbles back outside, passes it to Manny Reeves beyond the three-point line. Manny Reeves crosses left, crosses right, going to cross left yet again, goes inside, drops it in for 2 points to tie this game up. Yet again, 2 ties, 2 lead changes, and these two continue to battle in the game of the month. Miller one-on-one with DeMar. DeMar kicks it down low to number 10. And it's good on the slam and the 2 points. That is now a 2-point lead for Toronto yet again. Miller gives the ball to Manny Reeves. Manny Reeves right side rotates behind. Miller goes to the top of the key. Miller gets another pass. Right side beyond the three-point line. One-on-one with DeMar. Miller kicks it down low to Watkins. Watkins out to Winston. Winston back to Reeves. Reeves, 5 seconds left, kicks it to Miller. Miller rushes a three-pointer. That one no good, but it's rebounded down low by Winston and is good on the putback and the foul. For the Dayton Wolves to tie this game, Winston has an opportunity to take a 1-point lead as he is now 3 points with 2 points on the board, looking to make it 3. 5:57 left, all tied up.
So far, so good on the Biggie challenge. Winston misses his free throw, rebounded by number 17 up the floor to DeMar. Miller playing catch-up, tries to kick it down low, stolen by Manny Reeves. Manny Reeves pushing the floor, passes it to Miller. Miller down low to Johnson. Johnson goes up for 2 and takes a 2-point lead. 8-6. Dayton was on top. Miller's second assist tonight, I believe, as DeMar kicks it down low to Santane, goes up. And 1 foul on Chris Johnson. That is his first, team second. And number 17 heads to the line to put 3 points on the board for his stats as well.
Let the party begin, Kate. It has already started. Number 17, and when free throw drops in, takes a 1-point lead. The crowd on their feet. Winston passes the ball into Miller. Miller crossing half court. Miller double teamed at the top, kicks it down low to Winston. 2 points yet again for the Dayton Wolves to answer it back. And we continue to trade blows, trade the lead, as well as tie this game. Miller one-on-one with DeMar, passes it over to number 4. He's picked up by Manny Reeves, down low to number 10. Foul on Dwight Winston. That is his second, team's third. And now he heads to the line for 2 as this continues to be a free throw clinic. The Biggie Challenge was not set for free throws, but the Dayton Wolves and Toronto Terror continues to trade blows at the free throw line. Not much happening down in the low block as the team, as the battle continues between the big man as he knocks down his first one to tie this game. Yet another tie game as he looks to take another lead change. 1-point lead, 5:13 left in the first quarter of play as we continue to trade these blows.
Both teams, Eddie, shooting at above 70% from the free throw line as a group. As he misses His second one rebounded by Winston up the floor to Miller. Miller crossing half court, picked up by DeMar, kicks it over to Manny Reeves for 3. No good. Rebounded by Winston, goes up, foul. And that one will not drop. Foul on number 7 as Winston gets set for 2. A tie game, 10-10. As Winston heads back to the line after making one, missing one. No, he missed one. He had an and one, missed one. He's 0 for 1 tonight as he has 2 more opportunities to take this lead. If he can knock down this free throw, his first one, ladies and gentlemen, is good to take a 1-point lead, 11-10, 5:03. As his team gives him congratulations. Miller, Manny Reeves, back guard at number 7, who is DeMar Sullivan. Manny Reeves guard at number 5. As this contest between these two has been phenomenal already. 3 minutes almost off the clock. Winston's second free throw, no good yet again. Rebounded by number 17 up the floor to DeMar. DeMar, wide open lane, goes inside, no good. Good defense by Miller and Manny Reeves. Rebounded by number 10, who is fouled by Manny Reeves. And that will be his first, team's 4th. Early in the first quarter. Now number 10 heads back to the line for 2. Toronto has an opportunity to tie the game or take the lead yet again.
And this is why we have officials in the game of basketball. When two teams have high hopes, high-headed as they are, both of them are dominant in this league. Number 1 versus the number 2. The officials is doing a fantastic job of calling this game. This game has been very physical so far. As number 10 misses the first free throw. Remember, both of these teams are shooting at a 70, well above 70, 75, no greater at the free throw line as a group. As they continue to make one, miss one between the both. 11-10, the Dayton Wolves on top. 4:55 left in the first quarter of play. Number 10 gets set for yet another free throw. This one, ladies and gentlemen, drops in. As you can hear by the roar of the crowd, Johnson passes it into Miller. Miller's still waiting to get his first 2 points. Crosses over number 7, goes inside, kicks it to Johnson, who is fouled. Miller had a wide open lane, but kicked it to Chris Johnson instead for the foul. And yet another 2 free throws, a pair of free throws for the Dayton Wolves. Foul on number 9. That is his first, team's 3rd of the first quarter. And again, we are back at the free throw line with the Dayton Wolves.
Well, Eddie, we talked about this particular player at the second episode of Let's Talk AAU War Tour, as well as the pregame tip-off show. Chris Johnson, the starting center for the Dayton Wolves, shooting at a 71% at the strike himself, as he looks to knock down both of these to take a 2-point lead. The first one drops in. The substitution goes intact for Toronto Terror at the power forward position. Chris Johnson gets a handshake from Miller as well as Reeves, who's both goes scoreless so far this game. As Chris Johnson gets set for yet another free throw. His second one, ladies and gentlemen, for the Dayton fans, is good. 13-11. As number 28 passes it in, number 7, 101, picked up instantly by Miller as he crosses half court at the top of the key. Miller playing heavy defense, still holding the ball. 14 seconds left on the shot clock. Passes it over to number 5. Number 5 picked up by Watkins. Passes it to number 10, who fires it. Left corner, no good. Rebounded by Watkins. Watkins goes ahead and fires the wide open 3-pointer. That one no good. Rebounded by number 17, who passes it up to DeMar. DeMar kicks it over to number 5, who fires it at the 3-point line. Drops it in for 3. 13-14, 4:10 left in the first quarter of play. The Dayton Wolves down 1. Miller kicks it up to Manny Reeves. Manny Reeves double team. Pat tries to pass it out to Miller, but that doesn't do any good. Miller gets a screen by Johnson. Miller rotates to the top of the key, passes it to Johnson. Johnson to Watkins. Watkins to Miller as he's crossing over number 7. Kicks it back down low to Winston. Winston, 2 seconds left on the clock. Kicks it out to Watkins for 3. No good to answer it back. Rebounded by Johnson. Inside to Miller. Miller over to Watkins. Fires it, drops it in. And there will be a timeout called by the Toronto Terror as the Dayton Wolves take a 1-point lead fashionably 3:39 left in the first quarter of play, Eddie.
Well, that is what you get when this Dayton Wolves team comes out playing as hard as they are playing. It has been a tremendous game so far. 15-14, 3:39 left. This is the Dayton Wolves team that we wanted to see last week against Double Pump. Maybe, just maybe, the Dayton Wolves would have been looking for 8 tonight. But although that has been subsided, the Dayton Wolves and Toronto Terror has been doing a fantastic job of playing, utilizing everything that they can. Whether you score, they will score. Dayton has scored. Toronto has scored. Chris Johnson committed a foul for the and one down low, down the floor. Chris Johnson did ditto. So it has been a fantastic game, ladies and gentlemen. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back live on AAU World Tour Radio for some more first quarter action. Dayton was on top 1.
We're here asking people from all over what they think of Lipton green tea. Let's hear what people from Texas have to say. How about China? Germany? How about people from the North Pole? Or Mars? What about mimes? Oh, right. People with their jaws wired shut? Yeah, a barbershop quartet. Oh, you guys are great. How about race car drivers? What about you, high school glee club, here on a field trip? Well, that settles it. It sounds like everyone loves the taste of Lipton green tea. With its protective antioxidants from real tea, it's not just good for you, it's to you. Lipton tea can do that.
In the building.
It's Mr. Steal Your Girl. It's Mr. Steal Your Girl. Hey girl, hey girl, hey girl, hey girl, hey girl. Let go. Bottoms up, hey, let's see you come. Got a couple bottles, but a couple ain't enough. Bottoms up, throw your hands up. Tell security we about to tear this club up. Bottoms up, pockets full of green. Girl, you know I love the way you shake it in them jeans. Bottoms up, throw your hands up. Bottoms up, bottoms up, bottoms up, bottoms up.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Toronto. As the Dayton Wolves, the number 2 seeded Dayton Wolves take on the number 1 seeded Toronto. Substitution goes intact for the Dayton Wolves, AJN as well as Brown as well as Wales. And the power forward, the center, and the point guard position. Substitution goes intact for Toronto Terror as well at the point guard and shooting guard position. As number 8 kicks it over to 17 back to 8. Pumpe goes around Wales, drops it in for 2 to take a 1-point lead. 15-16. 3:20 left as AJ passes it into Wales. Wales with a long-range three-pointer. Just throws the ball away. Rebounded by number 17 up the floor to 8. Passes it over to number 6 who fires the three-pointer. No good. Rebounded by Watkins. Rushing the floor for the Dayton Wolves. He crosses right side. Passes it to a wide-open Wales. And he drops in a 3. Surprisingly, his first out of many in the last so many games at it. Wales has knocked down a three-pointer to put the Dayton Wolves on top 2 with 2:50 left in the first.
After what I've seen last week, anything is possible with the Dayton Wolves as the Toronto Terror continues to pass the ball around, passes it to number 16, who misses the three-pointer up to Wales. Wales inside, goes up, drops it in for two. Manny Reeves with the assist. The Dayton Wolves shooting at an 8 of 14 from the field goals tonight. Toronto Terror 6 of 10. As number 8 goes one-on-one with Wales yet again, crosses right side, wide open beyond the three-point line. He kicks it over to number 7, who fires another three-pointer for Toronto, drains it for 3. Number 24, number 24 for 3. But still down 1. Wales one-on-one with number 8. Looking to see where he's going to pass. It continues to go back and forth. Passes it down low to Brown. Brown goes up. Is fouled down low by number 17. And now Brown heads to the line for 2 as the Dayton Wolves continue to impress this league.
Well, it all comes down to the free throws. As Keith Brown has been a standout for the Dayton Wolves on the past few games. He looks to take it even higher. As the time comes down to an end in the first quarter of play, 1:58 left. Brown knocks down the free throw, 21-19, as a substitution change goes intact for Toronto Terror in the center position. Number 17 checks out. As number 53 comes in the game, 54 comes into the game. Brown knocks down his second free throw, 22-19, 1:56 ticking off the clock, 1-on-1. Number 8 goes with Wales, who is number 6 for the Dayton Wolves, passes it over to number 24, who is immediately picked up by Watkins. He's going to go down low to number 17, drops it in for a 2 to take it back to a 1-point lead for the Dayton Wolves. As Will has a wide open lane. It's going to go up. Misses it. Rebounded by number 24 for Toronto. Is going to push the floor. Fires the three-pointer at the top of the key. No good. Rebounded by Jamison. Jamison up the floor to Wales. He's going to set the floor for the Dayton Wolves. Wales tried to kick it down low to Brown, but it's smacked out. Rebounded by Reeves. Passes it back to Wales for another lucky three-pointer. No good. Offensive rebounded by Brown. Drops it in for 2. 24-21, 1 minute left on the clock. The Dayton Wolves now carry a 3-point lead. The Dayton Wolves has been doing tremendous, continues to shoot well. As number 24 passes it over to number 8, back to 24 for 3, ties the game up, and this has been a shooting clinic for both teams. 24-24, another tie game. As the time, 45 seconds left, and AJ is fouled down low by number 54. Number 20. Both of them on him, but they was be called on number 20, as that is his first, team's 5th. Dayton Wolves now in the bonus, but no good. AJ has an opportunity to take a lead before the end of the first quarter. This crowd is getting on their feet, making as much noise as possible. AJ's first one drops in, 25-24. Dayton Wolves on top. Substitution change goes intact for the Dayton Wolves, as well as Toronto in the power forward and the small forward position. AJ gets set for yet another one to take a 2-point lead. His second one is good as well. 46 seconds left, 26-24. Number 8 with the ball crossing half court, time ticking, picked up 1-on-1 by Mike Wells, as we continue to see as the rest of his team goes in order. Passes it to 24. 24 down low to 14, but he's ruled for the 3 seconds in the key. That will be a turnover for Toronto. Dayton Wolves has another possession to take another 2-point to 3-point lead. As the pass inside the Wales, crosses beyond half court, passes it down low to Reeves. Reeves spins off his defender, goes up, drops it in. 28-24. Dayton Wolves now on a run in the last 2 minutes of action. Number 24, one-on-one with Manny Reeves, kicks it down low to Santin, goes straight up over AJ, attacks 2 extra points, 26-28. We'll continue to see this change of pace. Wales rushing another shot down low as he turns that over for no good. Passes it over to number 8 at the top of the key. 6 seconds left on the clock as he's going one-on-one against Mike Wells. Beyond the three-point line, he's got a fire red hand in his face. Airs it way too long, and that would do it for the end of the first quarter. 28-26, Dayton Wolves in charge. We will take a break right here live on AAU Woods Radio, but don't go anywhere because we will be right back for the start of the second quarter.
This is the sound of a nation becoming. Messy and miraculous.
I wanna be in the room where it happens, the room where it happens. I wanna be in the room where it happens, the room where it happens. I wanna be in the room where it happens. I wanna be, I've got to be.
This is the story of America then, told by America now.
We dream of a brand new start, but we dream in the dark for the most part. Dark as a tomb where it happens. I've got to be in the room where it happens. I've got to know where it happens. I've got to know.
This is for all of us. Hamilton, an American musical on Broadway. Be there when it happens.
Click, boom.
Yay! It's finally summer. I'm ready for the sun. Beach, here I come.
Summer traffic can be tiring. Recharge at Shell today. Get refreshing rewards plus a chance to win a luxurious beach getaway to Siargao, Boracay, or El Nido with every 1,000 pesos worth of Shell V-Power Nitro Plus.
Summer na talaga! Yes!
See flyers for details. Promo valid until May 31, 2017 at participating Shell stations per DTI FTEB SPD permit number 1080 series of 2017.
Have a Sprite and cheer for Sonia.
The new price drop at Tesco is here, and we've dropped the price of white bread, flatbread, garlic bread, granary bread, chocolate croissant, chocolate brioche, chocolate mousse, chocolate fudge cake, chocolate gâteau, mushroom soup, lentil soup, chicken soup, broccoli and Stilton soup, sliced beef, sliced ham, sliced chicken, sliced salami, ice cream, whipping cream, clotted green,
The
salad
new
cream.
price drop at Tesco. Every little helps. Prices reduced on at least one product per spoken line. Selected UK stores and availability.
Cocoa, chicken wings, Cajun chicken wraps, Skull Cannon.
Caught up in my tape. Caught up in my tape. Don't care what you say to me, I'ma bite your feelings out. I miss you in the basement. But your brother was a good substitute for you. And if you love me, but you never let me go. When the roof was on fire, you never let me know. Say you're sorry, honey, but you never really show.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Toronto live in the Air Canadian Century, as I call it. The Dayton Wolves lead Toronto Terror 28-26, as this game has been back and forth, very physical in the first quarter of play. So many lead changes, so many game ties, and so many free throws, as these two teams continue to use their postman, their big man down low, as Toronto gets first possession coming into the second quarter of play. On the floor for the Dayton Wolves, Miller, of course, Wells at shooting, Jamison at power forward, Patrick at small forward, as inside block multiple times, down low by Brown. I'm calling the lineups, but we have so much action going on down low. Knocked out of bounds, last touch by Toronto. That will be Dayton Wolves basketball. Jamison checks out for Chris Johnson, as the Dayton Wolves get possession. It's going to be Brown passing the ball from the inbound. Miller sets the screen for Wells. He passes it over to Miller. Miller at the top of the key, one-on-one with DeMar. Passes it over to the two. Brown. Brown is picked off by number 14, Stolen. Passes it up to DeMar. Wide open three-pointer in the face of C. Miller. Drops it in for a three. 28-29. Now it is a 1-point lead yet again for Toronto. Miller passes it over to Patrick. Patrick one-on-one with number 24. Gets a screen by Miller. Trying to attack, but picked up by DeMar. Miller gets it from the free throw line. Passes it back out to Patrick. Patrick over to Wells. Back to Miller. 6 seconds left on the shot clock. Dayton Wolves has to do something. Patrick tries to set a screen for Miller. Doesn't take it out to Wells for three. That one no good. Rebounded by Toronto's number 17 of the Florida DeMar. Miller playing catch up yet again. Down low to 14. Drops it in for two. 31-28. The Toronto Terror now on a run, a 3-point lead now for Toronto with 6:45 left.
And I'm sure it's no big deal to the Dayton Wolves that's been answering back all night as Miller turns the ball over, picked off by number 9 up the floor to DeMar Sullivan, who is number 8, who is picked up by AJ, fires it at the free throw line, double team. So therefore he misses it, rebounded by Johnson up the floor to TJ, who fires the three, no good. Dayton Wolves 0 points in the last 2.5 minutes of play as Miller fires a long-range three-pointer that hits nothing but the bottom of the net to tie this game up at 31 apiece. Of course, Miller still leads the AAU World Tour League in points per game with 24.0, a perfect 24.0, as one-on-one with DeMar. Miller forces him to pass it out to number 5, who shoots the three, no good. Tipped it out, back out to DeMar, who inside kicks it to 17 on the alley-oop. Drops it in for two, 31-33. As Miller crosses over DeMar and down low to Johnson. Johnson goes up, no good. Misses it, rebounded by number 8, who's going to rush the floor for Toronto, passes it inside to DeMar. DeMar goes up, drops it over Miller's defense regardless. And then we'll be back to a 4-point lead for Toronto Terror. Miller one-on-one with yet again DeMar. Kicks it over to a wide open Patrick for three. That one no good. Dayton Wolves still scoreless. A drought as number 24 kicks it up to DeMar one-on-one with Miller, as Miller's going to switch the defensive strategy. He's calling out a 2-3 zone. He's trying to stop the outside shots as number 9 fires a three-pointer. Right corner, no good. That will be 7 points for him. 3 of 6 shooting from the field. 1 of 3 from the three. Miller wide open for 3. No good. Offensive rebounded by Johnson. Double team down low. Misses the shot on the left block. It's number 8 again with the ball. He's going to try to attack yet again. That time double teamed in the corner. Kicks it back out to number 9, who one-on-one with Patrick's going to give it to number 6. Well, number 9 kicks it back down low to number 24. Back out to number 9 for 3. 1 second, no good. Rebounded by number 17, who goes back up over Miller for the slam. And now the field goes 42% shooting for the Dayton Wolves, 55.6 for Toronto. Miller to Johnson, connection, of course, for 3. 34-37, Dayton Wolves down 3. Johnson, 2 of 4 shooting from the field goes, 4 rebounds, 7 points. As Miller one-on-one with DeMar yet again, Kate.
DeMar goes right around Miller. Miller is called for the foul and one. His first team's first of the second. And Miller's just shaking his head. He knew that was going to end well for DeMar, but bad for C. Miller. Now a 5-point game for Toronto, 34-39. The substitution goes intact for the Dayton Wolves as well as Toronto. He misses his and one free throw. Brown all the way inside to Watkins, and he's fouled. And one to get the 2 points back. Foul on number 9 as he looks to make it yet again close. I mean, this game has been so far so good, especially down low, as both of these teams continue to attack each other down low. Not really much from the front court, but these two down low, two teams down low, competing down low is tremendous. 36-39, Watkins misses his and one free throw as well. Only got 2 points back, but is rebounded by number 17 up the floor to number 9. Fires it no good. Rebounded by Winston. Winston up the floor to TJ. TJ inside to Miller. Miller's gonna attack, goes up, drops it in. For now a 1-point game for Toronto third. Miller finally connecting and ending this drought. The second time for the Dayton Wolves. As DeMar one-on-one with Miller crosses behind his back, gonna fire the three-pointer wide open. That one no good, and it will be a foul call on number 17. That is his second, team's first. And the timeout will be called for the Dayton Wolves, who trail by 1. 3:23 left in the second quarter of play, ladies and gentlemen. We will be right back live on AAU World Tour Radio for some more second quarter action.
Yeah. Look. Can't nobody guard me. I feel like I'm Stephen Curry. I can pull up for 30. Like the number that's on my jersey. And they don't need to worry. They ain't got to wonder. They know that I got it covered. I got it, KD, man, we bring that thunder. How do I get the sauce? How do I get the truth? They know that I live in proof. Every time I step in the booth. Hey, how do I get the sauce? How do I get the juice? I don't know. It just happened when you the truth. You know when you got the juice. You know when you got the sauce. Don't we try to teach? Ask CP3, you know you gon' get crossed. Hey, ask LeBron James. Who the real boss? I just got a ring, I'm only 16. You don't know what that costs. Yeah, frugal with my money. They think that I'm Asian. Yao Ming, Jeremy Lin. They know I'm going straight in. They know I go for the win. Nah, I can never pretend. I keep it 100%. Gotta keep it 100%. Hey, how do I get the sauce? How do I get the juice? They know that I live in proof. Every time I step in the booth.
This is the sound of a nation becoming. Messy and miraculous.
I wanna be in the room where it happens, the room where it happens. I wanna be in the room where it happens, the room where it happens. I wanna be in the room where it happens. I wanna be, I've got to be.
This is the story of America then, told by America now.
We dream of a brand new start,
But we dream in the dark for the most part. Dark as a tomb where it happens. I've got to be in the room where it happens. I've got to be where it happens. I've got to be.
This is for all of us. Hamilton, an American musical on Broadway. Be there when it happens.
Click, boom.
We're here asking people from all over what they think of Lipton green tea. Let's hear what people from Texas have to say. How about China? Germany? How about people from the North Pole? Or Mars? What about mimes? Oh, right. People with their jaws wired shut? Oh. Yeah, a barbershop quartet. Oh, you guys are great. How about race car drivers? What about you, high school glee club, here on a field trip? Well, that settles it. It sounds like everyone loves the taste of Lipton green tea. With its protective antioxidants from real tea, it's not just good for you, it's to you. Lipton tea can do that.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Air Canadian Center. As the Dayton Wolves now down 1, the Dayton Wolves has rallied back after trailing 5 just a few moments ago. All thanks in part to the Dayton Wolves post-game and 1 attempts. Not so much at the free throw line. Miller one-on-one with number 7, which is, of course, DeMar Sullivan. Miller left side, right side, doesn't go anywhere. Kicks it down low to Brown. Brown inside to Miller as he's no good. With a shot down low in the low block, rebounded by DeMar, up the floor, tried to kick it down low to 24, turned over, stolen by Winston Miller, coast to coast again, drops it in for 2, 40-39, Miller now 9 points in the game, 4 assists, 4 of 8 shooting from the field. As the Dayton Wolves now up 1, the scoring drought has officially ended. Down low, stolen again by Winston. Up the floor to Reeves. Reeves back to Miller. Miller wide open three-pointer, contested this time. On the jump out, rebounded by Brown. Brown out to Watkins. Watkins to Miller. Miller gets a screen by Winston. Doesn't go anywhere, kicks it back out to Winston. Watkins. Watkins inside to Brown. Brown for 2. Dayton Wolves 11-2 run. And the last 2 minutes approaching in the game. 2:18 left. 42-39. Toronto turned down on this run. As number 7 passes it over to number 9 for 2. No good. Rebounded down low by number 20 or number 10. And he's fouled by Brown, actually. And that will be an and 1 opportunity as well to tie this game up with 2:08 left in the second quarter of play. First half coming to a conclusion, and this game's still neck and neck. 42-42, knocking down the and 1. Miller passes it up to Reeves. Reeves to Miller, wide open 3 left corner. Banks it off the backboard somehow, but he can count it. 45-42. Dayton Wolves now scored 8 more fast break points than Toronto, as Miller's going neck and neck with DeMar yet again. Passes it down low to 24. 24-10. 10 gets it smacked out of his hand by Winston. Winston gets the ball to Miller. Miller's gonna attack, goes up, foul, and 1 by C. Miller, who now has taken the lead to 5. Foul on DeMar. That is his second, team's third of the second quarter. The Dayton Wolves looking to extend this lead. Miller at 95% free throw shooter. We can count it as he drops it in, Eddie.
Well, where was this Rizzle rain last week when the Dayton Wolves took on Double Pump live in the jungle? Sullivan down low to 17, drops it in for 2. That easy, a wide open lane. 48-44, and now a 4-point lead. Miller kicks it over to Manny Reeves, right side. Manny Reeves kicks it back to Miller. Miller dribbles all around to the left side where he's dominant at. Miller crosses down low, passes it down low to Jamison, who is blocked by number 17. Up the floor to Sullivan. Sullivan one-on-one with Miller and drops it in yet again. He is now 9 points in this game. 4 of 8 from the field goals, 1 of 2 from the three-point land with 3 assists as Miller kicks it over to Watkins. Watkins back to Miller. Miller has to give the ball up, passes it up the floor to Jamison. Jamison to Manny Reeves. Manny Reeves inside to Brown, who is fouled by number 17. That is his team's third of the second quarter. Now Brown heads to the line for 2 to take this lead up to 4 if he can knock down both of these free throws.
Well, that has continued to the second quarter of play. Less than a minute left on the clock. The Dayton Wolves hold a fair lead. If he can knock down this one, it would be 3 as he drops it in. One more would be 4. 49-46. The Dayton Wolves doing a tremendous job as Brian gets congratulations from his team. Winston, Watkins, Miller, Reeves, as he is the only second-string player in the game with the starters as Chris Johnson continues to sit on the bench. He gets set for yet another one to make this a 4-point lead. Ladies and gentlemen, can he do it? That one is good as well. 50-46, 24-17 into number 24 at the top of the key. Picked up by Manny Reeves. He passes it over to DeMar, wide open for 3. You can count the 3, and that will be a 1-point game for the Dayton Wolves. As 40 seconds now on the clock, Miller rushing the floor is to slow his pace. Trying to answer this 3 back. Miller at the top of the key, right side. Passes it down low to 15. Gets it blocked by 24. Rebounded by 17 up the floor to DeMar. DeMar picked up by Miller. Passes it down low to 17. He collects the ball left corner. Fires the 3. No good. Rebounded by Jamison. Jamison's going to slow the ball. 20 seconds left in this quarter. As Miller gets it at the top of the key, Miller crosses right side, gonna attack inside, goes up, double clutch, no good. Rebounded by number 7, DeMar, who is gonna rush the floor. 4 seconds left, has to do something with it. Fires it at the free throw line, no good. Rebounded by Jamison, and that will do it for the first half of play, ladies and gentlemen. A hell of a first 2 quarters as the Dayton Wolves hold a 1-point lead. 50-49, ladies and gentlemen. Don't go anywhere. When we return live on AAU World Tour Radio, we'll go ahead and do our halftime report show. Who is the standouts, the top 3 for each team between 2 quarters of play? Question marks, you're going to have to come back live right here on AAU World Tour Radio right after this.
This is the sound of a nation becoming. Messy and miraculous.
I wanna be in the room where it happens, the room where it happens. I wanna be in the room where it happens, the room where it happens. I wanna be in the room where it happens. I wanna be, I've got to be.
This is the story of America then, told by America now.
We dream of a brand new start, but we dream in the dark for the most part. Dark as a tomb where it happens. I've got to be in the room where it happens. I've got to know where it happens. I've got to know.
This is for all of us. Hamilton, an American musical on Broadway. Be there when it happens.
Click, boom.
We're here asking people from all over what they think of Lipton green tea. Let's hear what people from Texas have to say. How about China? Germany? How about people from the North Pole? Or Mars? What about mimes? Oh, right. People with their jaws wired shut? Oh. Yeah, a barbershop quartet. Oh, you guys are great. How about race car drivers? What about you, high school glee club, here on a field trip? Well, that settles it. It sounds like everyone loves the taste of Lipton green tea. With its protective antioxidants from real tea, it's not just good for you, it's to you. Lipton tea can do that.
Have a Sprite and cheer for Sonia.
Yay! It's finally summer. I'm ready for the sun. Beach, here I come.
Summer traffic can be tiring. Recharge at Shell today. Get refreshing rewards plus a chance to win a luxurious beach getaway to Siargao, Boracay, or El Nido with every 1,000 pesos worth of Shell V-Power Nitro Plus.
Summer na talaga! Yes!
See flyers for details. Promo valid until May 31, 2017 at participating Shell stations per DTI FTEB SPD permit number 1080 series of 2017.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the studios for the halftime report show presented by no one other than Inside Drive. The Dayton Wolves lead Toronto Terror by 1 at the break. Let's look at the top 3 for the Toronto Terror. Number 7, 12 points in this game, 5 rebounds, 6 assists, 3 turnovers, 5 of 10 shooting from the field, 2 of 3 from the 3-point line, and 0 of 1 from the free throw line. You also have number 9, who is 8 points in the game, 2 rebounds, 1 turnover, 4 of 4 from the field goals, and that's it. Has not took a shot from the 3-point line or the free throw line. And of course, you have number 5, rounding off the top 3 for Toronto, 7 points, 1 assist, 1 steal, 3 of 7 from the field goals, 1 of 4 from the 3-point line. So Toronto Terror having a struggle as well, as the Dayton Wolves keeping it close. Toronto Terror shooting at a 54% from the field goals as a group, 20 of 37, 5 of 14 from the 3-point line. They're gonna rule that a 36%, as well as 4 of 7, a 57% from the free throw line. Offensive rebounds, 7 for Toronto, 16 defensively, 7 is offensively, 3 steals in this game, along with 2 blocks, turnovers 6, 3 in the last quarter of play, which is the second quarter before the break. The biggest lead has been even, split down the middle, 6 apiece by both teams. As you can see, we have been very close through 2 quarters of play. Eddie, how do you come off the second quarter after trading baskets the entire game? How do you come into the third quarter if you were the Dayton Wolves or Toronto?
Not necessarily that you come in and try to change anything, Kate. In my opinion, you come in playing the same exact way as you're playing. You're holding your opponents under 50% shooting from the field goals. The Dayton Wolves is 18 of 38, which is a 47%. 4 of 14 from the 3-point line, which is a 29%. The Dayton Wolves, of course, only succeeding at the free throw line, 10 of 13, which is a 77%. Dayton Wolves leading, not leading the defensive, the offensive. They're leading the steals. They're tied in the blocks. Dayton Woods has 5 steals, Toronto 3. Team fouls. Toronto has the advantage, which is a bad case scenario in the first 2 quarters of play. 9 team fouls for Toronto, 5 for the Dayton Wolves. I mean, Dayton was winning the fast break points, which is 16 or 15 to Toronto's 7 points in the paint. Dayton Wolves on top to 26-24. Second chance points, Dayton Wolves lead 11-6. And of course, the bench points this time around, Toronto's up 15-16. The assist, Dayton Wolves trail by 3. It's been a very close game, but you don't want to change anything if you were the Dayton Wolves or Toronto. Of course, the Dayton Wolves shooting under 55%, of course, at the break as well as at the free throw line of 3-point line, the 45% from the 3 as a group. But 2 more quarters of play, the Dayton Wolves had to do something. They're on top 1, a very close game, Kate, but we will see when the third quarter comes about.
Okay, real quick before we end this halftime report show, the top 3 for the Dayton Wolves, of course, is instead of Winston on the top 3, it would be Brown. Miller, of course, leading the way, 15 points, 4 assists, 1 steal, and just 1 turnover. 1 turnover tonight. 6 of 12 from the field goals, 2 of 4 from the 3-point line, a perfect 1 of 1. Miller's earned on his hand 1. Keith Brown, number 2, 8 points, 3 rebounds, 1 assist, as he continues to shoot perfect, 2 of 2 from the field goals, 4 of 4 from the free throw line. Chris Johnson rounding off with 7 points, 4 rebounds, 2 of 4 from the field goals, 1 of 1 from the 3-point line, and a perfect 2 of 2 from the free throw line. So these top 3 for the Dayton Wolves continues to shoot amazingly. The Dayton Wolves has the 1-point advantage, ladies and gentlemen. When we return live on AAU World Tour Radio, it will be the start of the third quarter. Can the Dayton Wolves maintain this lead to continue their impressive winning ways? Although they did lose against Double Pump to end their 6-game winning streak, we'll find out when we return right here on AAU.
Man, too broke to pay attention. Man. Yeah. Man, listen. All I got is this ambition. That's it. A couple million make you stand different. Hey. They dropped the ball and so I ran with it. I'm like, man, listen. All I got is this ambition. A couple million make you stand different. They dropped the ball and so I ran with it. The game is friendless, the pain is endless. The game changed, I blame these lame pretenders. My friends and Benzes thought that the interest inside, you still hear the engine like ren, this is your ending. If you're offended, I dare you f***ing defend it. These M's is rushing through my blood like the Kremlin. I'm back with a vengeance, and this is what the sound of revenge is. Win-win, man, listen. All I got is this ambition. A couple million make you stand different. They dropped the ball and so I ran with it. I'm like, man, listen. All I got is this ambition. A couple million make you stand different. They dropped the ball and so I ran with it. Where I come from, you can't visit. I talk money, I guess you understand different. Hand gestures, counting this shit till my hands blister. You can't miss us, my weed louder than Fran Drescher. Pinky rings, hand kisses, soprano bitches. I feel like Paulie Castellano in designer stitches. I heard him say I made Rihanna hitless. Mind your business, what kind of honor is this? I'm trying to see Madonna digits, all kind of riches. In Miami, wine and dining with the finest. Everybody acting kind of vicious. These politicians won't let my brother Muhammad visit. I'm like, man, listen. All I got is this ambition. A couple million make you stand different. They dropped the ball and so I ran with it. I'm like, man, listen, man, listen. All I got is this ambition. A couple million make you stand different. They dropped the ball and so I ran with it. He's a fake baller, globe trotter, bank account $4. No, come on, I know you wanna pop collars. Pop collars, I know you wanna pop for a shot collar. Oh, smoking top dollar. Pull up in that top dollar. Yeah. She got that top dollar. We cost top dollar. Yeah. Man, listen, man, listen. All I got is this ambition. A couple million make you stand different. They dropped the ball and so I ran with it. I'm like, man, listen, man, listen. All I got is this ambition. A couple million make you stand different. They dropped the ball and so I ran with it. Whoa.
Stop. So good, I just can't take no more. Turn it down, turn it up, I don't know. I don't know, no. But don't stop, don't move, just keep it there, right there. Keep it right there, right there. Put you on repeat, play you everywhere I go. Everywhere I go, play you everywhere I go. Put you on repeat, play you everywhere I go. Everywhere I go, play you everywhere I go. Yeah, wanna put this song on replay. I can listen to it all day. I can listen to you all day, you all day. Yeah, wanna put this song on replay. We can start all over again. Wanna put this song on. Don't stop. Turn it on, turn it up, make it louder. I don't wanna miss a single thing. I wanna hear every melody. Beating so loud you can feel it. Beating for you. Put you on repeat, play you everywhere I go. Everywhere I go, play you everywhere I go. Put you on repeat, play you everywhere I go. Everywhere I go, play you everywhere I go. Yeah, wanna put this song on replay. I can listen to it all day. I can listen to you all day, you all day. Yeah, wanna put this song on replay. We can start all over again and again. Yeah, wanna put this song on. Feel it all, long, stay tuned out of the dark, but a woman running the business. I wish it was easy trying to work like a boss, but it keeps shaking my patience. Don't wanna think like a man or look like a model. I wanna look like my mama, 5'2" and a natural woman. I know they never get it, no, they don't get it, they don't get it, though. But if you're giving it, then don't you change, 'cause living well's the best revenge. So let them say what they gonna say. They gon' feel how they gonna feel. It's not a love it, I love it, I love it. And baby, hey, you should too. So let them say what they gonna say. And they gon' feel how they gonna feel. 'Cause I love it, I love it. And baby, hey, you should too.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the third quarter. The Dayton Wolves on top 150-49 as we get set for the third quarter. Toronto Terror basketball, of course, as the Dayton Wolves got first possession at tip-off. As Miller now back in the game, guarding, of course, DeMar, who has been in this game so far for duration of the game. Passes it over to number 10, who knocks down the two-pointer. He had 7 points in the first half, shot at a 42%, as Miller connection to Winston is good. On the left block, it is Miller. I had to listen to see if it was Miller. It was Miller. And that would be his third, I believe, ladies and gentlemen, as DeMar step back, fires the three-pointer, no good. Rebounded by Johnson. Johnson up the floor to Manny Reeves. Manny Reeves at the top of the key, passes it over to Watkins. Watkins to Miller. Miller pump fakes twice. Goes around his defender, gets a screen by Johnson, kicks it over to Watkins. Watkins down low to Winston, counted for 2 points. Down low as the Dayton Wolves continue to move the basketball. A very fast-paced start of the third quarter as DeMar gets past Miller, but he has to answer to Johnson. Dayton Wolves 20 of 40, a 50% at the field goals, 21 of 39 for Toronto as a pass cross court to DeMar, fires it, no good. Rebounded by Watkins. Miller now with the possession. Crossing half court, wide open, laid down the stretch. Passes it out to Watkins. Step back, fires the three-pointer. Comes up short off the front of the rim. Rebounded by number 10. Now he passes it to DeMar as this fast-paced game continues. DeMar gets a screen by 17. 17 doesn't do anything. DeMar fires the long three-point fadeaway. which he misses and rebounded by Watkins. Watkins up the floor to Johnson. Miller now with the ball stopped at the free throw line. Passes it to Winston. Winston to Watkins. Watkins to Reeves. As Reeves is stopped at the top of the key. Almost looked like he was going to get double teamed. Miller goes, gets a screen by Watkins. Down low now. 5 seconds left on the clock. Miller pops out wide open three-pointer. Doesn't take it. Now fires it, which is Russ, but drops in the two-pointer. Just a little bit in front of the three-point line. As it is now a 5-point game yet again for the Dayton Wolves. DeMar to a wide open three-pointer. That one banks no good off the side of the rim. And DeMar now 12 points, 5 of 14 from the field goal. 7 assists on his way to a double-double. Miller at the top of the key. DeMar guarding him. Johnson for three. That one drops in. High off the rim, a 9-0 run in the last 2 minutes, 2:10 officially for the Dayton Wolves to jump out on an 8-game run. As number 10 fires it beyond the three-point line. Well, no, in front of the three-point line. That would be a two-pointer. Timeout, Dayton Wolves. Well needed, as this has been a fast-paced game. 59-53, 5:17 left. And this one is coming down to the end of the fourth quarter, I believe that.
Well, Kate, it wouldn't surprise me none if we see midnight basketball tonight. But this has been a tremendous game. The Dayton Wolves well out in front. Well, has some sort of cushion as we've seen this game neck and neck since the first quarter. But the Dayton Wolves on top, 59-53, 5:17 left, third quarter, ladies and gentlemen. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back live on AAU Auto Radio.
What I just said. What I just said.
Sit down.
Swing the remix God!
This is the sound of a nation becoming. Messy and miraculous.
I wanna be in the room where it happens, the room where it happens. I wanna be in the room where it happens, the room where it happens. I wanna be in the room where it happens. I wanna be, I've got to be.
This is the story of America then, told by America now.
We dream of a brand new start, but we dream in the dark for the most part. Dark as a tomb where it happens. I've got to be in the room where it happens. I've got to be where it happens. I've got to be.
This is for all of us. Hamilton, an American musical on Broadway. Be there when it happens.
Click, boom.
We're here asking people from all over what they think of Lipton green tea. Let's hear what people from Texas have to say. How about China? Germany? How about people from the North Pole? Or Mars? What about mimes? Oh, right. People with their jaws wired shut? Oh. Yeah, a barbershop quartet. Oh, you guys are great. How about race car drivers? What about you, high school glee club, here on a field trip? Well, that settles it. It sounds like everyone loves the taste of Lipton green tea. With its protective antioxidants from real tea, it's not just good for you, it's to you. Lipton tea can do that.
Time for haters, I'll see you later. Try to put up barriers, but I never get through the bitchy fakers. I'm blind to them, yeah, I'm blind to them fake. When they're screaming out your name, everyone in the crowd, you know that you made it. Like a king on a throne, baby, you wear the crown. That's why you know that you made it. You know that you made it. You made it.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to AAU Auto Radio. The Dayton was on top 6. 59-53, 5:17 left. The substitution goes intact as TJ, Patrick, and Wales checks back in the game for the Dayton Wolves. Substitution goes intact at the point guard position for Toronto as Wales turns the ball over, tried to give it to Manny Reed, stolen by number 10 all the way, goes up, slams at home, 59-55. And even 5 minutes on the clock. The Dayton Wolves causing too many turnovers, especially, most definitely, in the second string. Manny Reeves kicks it over to TJ. TJ right corner. 14 seconds left. Pass it over to Winston. Winston to Wales. Wales back to Winston. Winston back to Patrick. Patrick to Watkins, who fires it no good. Rebounded down low by Winston. He's fouled by number 10. And that will be his second, I believe, team's second of the third quarter of play. Now, Winston, who has struggled at the line for the Dayton Wolves, has an opportunity to take it even higher. The Dayton was already on top 4. He's looking to make it 5. As this free throw drops in for the Dayton Wolves.
Back and forth we continue. Dayton Wolves continue to fight Toronto. They continue to lead, jumping out on a run late in the second quarter of play. The Dayton Wolves maintain this lead, 5 points, 60-55. Winston gets set for yet another one. To look at a 6-point lead is good. Dayton Wolves now shooting. We're bringing their margin up. Remember, they was making one, missing one early in the first half of play. Especially Winston, who has now buried his last 4 of 4 up the floor. Number 7 with the ball guarded by Wales. He's going to kick it over to number 10. Number 10 beyond the three-point line. Fires it, drops in the three-pointer. And that will take it back to a 3-point lead, 61-58. Wales now with the ball, turns the ball over, stolen by number 7. He's going to give it to number 10. He goes back up sky high. 1-point game now, as he now has 13 points in this game. 5 of 8 from the field goals, 3 rebounds, 1 block. Manny Reeves, not Manny Reeves, Mike Wales kicks it over to Manny Reeves. Manny Reeves left side is going to attack inside, kicks it back out to TJ. TJ to Wales. Wales down to Patrick, right corner, sets the screen for Patrick. Patrick now right side, passes it down low to Wales at the free throw line, back out to Patrick. 3-pointer, no good for the Dayton Wolves, rebounded by number 6. He passes it up to 7 inside to number 14, misses it, left corner. As the Dayton Wolves turn it over yet again, that will go on Patrick as he tried to give it to Wales, but Wales never touched it. As number 7 now kicks it over to 10, 10 to 17, 17 to 6. As he passes it back down low to 10, drops it in for 2 yet again. 62-61, Toronto on top as they continue to put the points on the board that Dayton Wolves cannot match. As Wales turns it over yet again, ladies and gentlemen, 7 steals, but that will now make it 8 steals, 6 points off turnovers for the Toronto Terror. As it looks like Manny Reeves has been injured on the play. Inside to number 10 is fouled, drops in the and 1. And that will put it up to a 3-point game. And looks, as we said, I think Manny Reeves is injured. And he's trying to take a break, but it doesn't stop right here, right now. As number 10 is looking to knock down this free throw. That free throw is good. Manny Reeves is out of the game. But he must go on. TJ stepping in the game for him. As Wales at the top of the key. He's going to cross him left side, cross over behind his back. Left side attacks again, gets around number 9 and drops into 2-pointers to make it a 2-point game. Dayton Wolves, Mike Wales, 7 points, 3 of 9 from the field goals as this attack continues for the Dayton Wolves and Toronto.
Number 9 kicks it out to, number 24 kicks it out to number 9, over to 10. West done a fantastic job for Toronto so far, fires it over. TJ misses it, rebounded by Brown. Up the floor to Wales. Wales crosses behind his back, tries to get rid of number 9, who passes it over to TJ. TJ back inside to Wales. Wales drops it in for another assist to tie this game up at 65 apiece, ladies and gentlemen. Yet again, 9 lead changes, 7 ties in this game, and we are just closing the third quarter. 1:55 left. Number 10 fires it over his defender. No good. Rebounded by Wales. Wales gonna push the floor, not giving it Toronto any time to recuperate. Turns it over. Rebound battle. 28-23. Dayton Wolves in front. It's number 9 1-on-1 with Wales. He's gonna cross him right side. Kicks it over to number 10 at the top of the key. 10 wide open 2-pointer. Buries it for 2. 65-67. And his wrath continues. A comparison for the scoring leaders. Chance Miller and number 10. Chance Miller, 17.7 of 13 from the field goals. Number 10, 20 points. And he continues to shoot remarkably. Mike Wells kicks it out to Jameson. Over to Patrick. 3-point buried for Patrick. 68-67. And Dayton Wolves has made 7 more free throws for the Toronto Terror. It's a little fun fact for you. 1 minute taken off the clock. It's number 0 now has the ball, passes it over to 14. 14 left side, picked up by TJ. 9 seconds left on the shot clock. He's going to pass it back out to number 0. Over to number 9. Fires it off the fake. Drops it in for 2 at the free throw line. 68-69 now, a 1-point lead. As Mike Wells kicks it over to Jameson. Jameson rotates, tries to kick it down low to Jameson. That will be turned over for Mike Wells yet again. Off the floor, number 10 is fouled by TJ. That is his 3rd, team's 4th. And Toronto Terror almost in the bonus. Number 24 heads to the line for 2. And that may just be the difference maker. 34 seconds left on the clock, Eddie. Can the Dayton Wolves knock down a 3-pointer and try to take the lead before the end of the third quarter?
Well, I don't see the Dayton Wolves shooting a 3-pointer, but I see the Dayton Wolves possibly putting on another 2 points as number 24 knocks down the free throw, his first one, now a 2-point game. And if the Dayton Wolves can, not the Dayton Wolves, the Toronto Terror can knock down this one, it will be a 3-point game. Miller steps back in the game. As well as a new person, a new guy for the Dayton Wolves, number 10. That is how you know that Manny Riggs is really hurt. He checked out early in the third quarter, this quarter, and it looked really bad. There was blood gushing from his nose. We will get the update later on as Miller is trying to get free down in the low block, passes it to number 10. 10 down low to Brown. Brown shoots it up, no good. Rebounded by DeMar. DeMar's going to rush the floor with 15 seconds left. Stops it, dribbles it back beyond the 3-point line. Way beyond the 3-point line. Trying to take Miller one-on-one. Crosses Miller to the left side, gets free. Miller back in his face. Passes it over to number 9. Number 9 back to DeMar for 3 points. No good as the time expires on the clock. And that will do it. Toronto Terror on top 3, 68-71. Don't go anywhere, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be right back for the 4th and final quarter. One team has to lose in the game of the month.
Subway Restaurant's Storytime Theater proudly presents Jack and the Beanstalk.
Fee-fi-fo-fum. I smell something delicious. Hey, little fella, what you got there?
Oh, this It's the Big Hot Pastrami Sub from Subway Restaurants.
That does look tasty.
It sure is. Climbing that beanstalk out there makes you hungry.
You mind if I have a bite?
Sure. I'll trade you for that goose over there with the golden eggs.
You got a deal.
Hungry for something big? Then pick up a Big Hot Pastrami Sub from Subway Restaurants. Layer upon layer of delicious hot pastrami stacked high and toasted to flavorful perfection on freshly baked bread. Topped with pickles, mustard, and melted Swiss cheese, it's the perfect way to satisfy any giant-sized appetite. Big Hot Pastrami available at participating restaurants for a limited time only. See restaurants for details. Subway. Eat fresh.
The new price drop at Tesco is here, and we've dropped the price of white bread, flatbread, garlic bread, granary bread, chocolate croissant, chocolate brioche, chocolate mousse, chocolate fudge cake, chocolate gâteau, mushroom soup, lentil soup, chicken soup, broccoli and Stilton soup, sliced beef, sliced ham, sliced chicken, sliced salami, ice cream, whipping cream, clotted green,
The
salad
new
cream,
price drop at Tesco. Every little helps. Prices reduced on at least one product bespoke and line, selected UK stores and availability.
cocoa, chicken wings, Cajun chicken wraps, Skull Cannon.
As a man, you know what it's like to break your back on a daily basis. Introducing new Bud Silver, the beer for hard-working men. It's just what you need after a day of assembling flat-pack furniture, when instructions are cast aside in favor of intuition. Working with one eye on the job and another on the TV. A day when you're told it looks a bit wonky at least 40 times. Hard-working men want a fuller-tasting, thirst-quenching beer. New Bud Silver. One cold can of You Bet I Earned It.
Hey, Thirst, can I try out a few Coke Summer sound effects on you? Yes. Cool. You okay with this? Yes. And this? Yes. And what about this? Yes. Ha! Gotcha there, Thirst. That wasn't sound effects. That was a Coke. I'm no longer thirsty. You're so out of here. Coca-Cola. Open hat.
Taking a family of 5 to the amusement park can cost a small fortune.
Oh, yeah. So to save some money, we thought, hey, let's bring the amusement park to us.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
All right. Step right up, young man. Are you ready to ride the Wacky Waterfall?
That's just the bathtub with the shower head running.
Nope, it's the Wacky Waterfall.
It's the shower, Dad.
Waterfall.
Wacky.
There's an easier way to save. To get a free rate quote, go to geico.com. Then buy online, over the phone, or at your local Geico office.
O'Reilly. It's O Rewards Member Appreciation Month at O'Reilly Auto Parts. Stop in today and check out store-wide savings, plus earn double points on over 225 items. It's our way of saying thank you. If you're not already a member, sign up today during O Rewards Member Appreciation Month. It's fast, easy, and free. O'Reilly Auto Parts. Better prices every day.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
And now back to John with the weather.
Yes, Andy. Tonight, a big storm. Storm this! Get the soccer offer from Pizza Hut and Pepsi. With every 2 medium pan Super Supreme, you get a real soccer ball and 4 cans of Pepsi for free. Yes, a real soccer ball and 4 cans of Pepsi for free. Yes, Pepsi the soccer ball. Don't miss the Pizza Hut and Pepsi soccer offer. With every 2 medium pan Super Supreme, you get a real soccer ball and 4 cans of Pepsi for free. What about the weather, Eddie? Don't resist and call 19,000 now.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Real quick, let's have an inside ear of the huddle for Toronto Terror at the start of the fourth.
Defense down here. No second shot. Rebound we go. All right? But make sure, make the miss. Get back. We go.
That clip was presented by no one other than Inside Drives. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the game. Toronto Terror on top, 68-71, as we are in the fourth and final stages of this game of the month. It will be Dayton Wolves basketball. 8 minutes on the clock, Eddie. The Dayton Wolves just trail 3. Has been a phenomenal game all game long between these two teams. As C. Miller checks back in the game, ladies and gentlemen. Miller crossing half court as we speak on the floor. Miller, AJ, as Manny Reeves is still out off an injury sustained in the third quarter of play. Miller inside and one to take a 1-point deficit just that quick in the fourth quarter of play. The Dayton Wolves, C. Miller will tie this game, as we know he is a 95% free throw shooter, Eddie.
You said it best, Kate. Miller by himself at the backcourt as Manny Reeves is still out. With the injury he sustained in the third quarter, we still haven't got a word for what happened to Manny Reeves. All we know is his nose was bleeding before he was taken off the floor, and that was at a break during the free throw line. Miller knocking down the free throw. That is now a tied game, but no luck. Number 7 buries the shot, and if you want to take a look at the comparison between Miller and number 7 point guard, Miller, 20 points in the game, continues to shoot phenomenally for the Dayton Wolves. 20 points this game, along with 6 assists. Number 7, 14 points, 8 assists as they continue to battle down low.
Curry, who subbed in for Manny Reeves, who's been in for Manny Reeves, fires a 3, his first 3 of the season. No good. And that's rebounded by number 7 up the floor, down low to number 9. Shoots it inside, rolls off the rim. Number 17's there to get the rebound, goes up, foul on Dominic Watkins. That is his first, I believe, in this game. And that will be the Dayton Wolves' first in the fourth quarter, as number 17 continues to do justice for the Toronto Terror. It has all been about all. Number 17, number 10, DeMar Sullivan, as well as number 7, who has done remarkable for Toronto Terror to give them this lead. A 3-point lead now as he knocks down that free throw. Substitution goes intact for the Dayton Wolves. I see Winston in for Patrick. And that is it for the substitution. Number 17 heads back to the line, getting set for yet another one to take it to a 4-point lead. He does. 7 minutes on the clock. Chris Johnson gives it to Miller. Free throw percentage, Dayton Wolves a perfect 3 of 3 in the second half. Toronto a perfect 5 of 5 as Johnson knocks down the and one free throw. Foul on number 17, and he has now fouled out with 13 points in the game. Chris Johnson going to the line for 1, trying to make it a 1-point game, as of course substitution goes intact in the shooting guard position as well as the center. Number 10 kicks it down low to number 24. Slams it home for 2 that easy. Back-to-back scores for Toronto, 77-73. Miller's going to attack inside all the way. Is fouled by number 9. That is his team second. Miller now heads to the line for 2. And of course, these are Dominic short free throws for the Dayton Star, who has been remarkable so far this game.
Remarkable this game, remarkable the last few months for the Dayton Star. Chance Miller, Kate. He's not the 2-time player of the week already this season for no reason. He's been perfect from the line in the last few games played right here. As Miller misses his first free throw out of so many, ladies and gentlemen. I believe this over 20. The last few games, Miller has finally missed a free throw. And it's still 1 to go. I'm sure Miller will knock this down. He has to knock this down. As the first one, no good. He knocks down the second one. A 3-point game for Toronto. Miller missing 1 free throw out of his 2 at the line. As number 7 is going to attack. Passes over to number 10 for 3. Drains the 3-pointer. That will put Toronto up 6, ladies and gentlemen. He now has 17 points in the second half. 2 of 2 from the 3-point line as Miller gets it in there. Somehow, someway drops it in for 2. 52.8% shooting for the Dayton Wolves. 58 for Toronto as Johnson gets a hand on it, knocks it out of bounds. and it will still be Toronto turn basketball. Both of these teams shooting at a 50% this game. Back and forth. Toronto finally able to take a little lead, a well lead, we're going to say, for the duration of this game. 76-80. Number 10 is going to fire another three-pointer. That one no good. Rebounded by Johnson. Johnson's going to rush the floor, bring the floor across half court, passes it over to Miller. Miller goes behind Chris Johnson on the screen. Miller right side gets another screen by Chris Johnson. You know the play. Connection, Miller and Johnson lobs it up for two. Yes, sir. Seen it a mile away. That is the connection we've been talking about all day long for Chris Johnson and C. Miller. A 2-point game now, Kate. 5:40 left. The Dayton Wolves right back in this game.
A 2-point game. The Dayton Wolves back in it. It's been a phenomenal game all night long. We have fans tuning in outside as well as down low. Number 24 is fouled by Chris Johnson. That is his second, team second. It's number 9, excuse me. Number 9 is fouled by Chris Johnson. That is Chris Johnson's second, team second of the fourth quarter. Ladies and gentlemen, number 9 heads to the line to extend this lead back to 4. If he can knock down both of these free throws, Manny Reeves is still out. Number 9 misses the first one out of 2. As we mentioned before, Manny Reeves still out. We will still be looking to get his condition after he was taken out early in the third quarter of play at a free throw break. As we do not know the extension of his injuries, but we wish get well soon to Manny Reeves. As right now, Miller, I know Miller wish Manny Reeves was on this floor. Drains the second one, takes it to a 3-point lead, 78-81. Miller's gonna push the ball across his left side. Miller is going to get another screen by Chris Johnson. No, Chris Johnson goes around, passes it over to Watkins. Watkins inside to Johnson. Johnson out to Miller. Miller's going to fire the 3. Airs it short. Then that will be a turnover for the Dayton Wolves, especially C. Miller, who has now experienced 3 turnovers tonight. I believe 2 or 3. We're going to be tuning into the post-game show where we'll have every stat for you. As number 7 1-on-1 with Miller, 5 minutes, gonna cross over right side, fires it at the free throw line. That one bounces out right side of the rim, rebounded by Chris Johnson, number 7, 14 points, 6 of 7 from the field goals, 3 turnovers. As Miller gets another pass inside from Watkins, cannot connect on this layup. As it's rebounded by number 16. As Miller commits his second personal, third team foul on number 7. It will be a reach-in. Substitution goes intact. Jamison out, Patrick in for the Dayton Wolves. 4:43 left as the Dayton Wolves defense switches up. Instead of a 2-3, it will now go back to a man-to-man coverage as the ball inbound to number 16. Goes down low to number 7, back out to 16. 16 back out to 7. Fires the 3-pointer in the face of Miller. Rattles in for 3. 78-84. And Toronto is now in the lead. 7 now, 17 points, 7 of 18, 9 assists, 3 of 9 from beyond. As Miller kicks it over to Patrick. Watkins goes inside, blocked by number 16. And that is rebounded by number 7. He's going to rush the floor inside the 14. And he's fouled hard by Winston down low. His third, team's 4th. And Toronto's number 9 again heading to the line for 2 to extend this deficit with the Dayton Wolves run. Well, drought continues. It will be a technical foul, matter of fact, on Winston. As Toronto will get the ball back. He gets 2 free throws as well. Dayton Wolves call a timeout. Of course, it will be a technical. That will hurt the Dayton Wolves all the way back to a 78-85 lead. Almost 10 points. 7 is the score yet again, ladies and gentlemen. Don't go anywhere. When we return, number 9 gets set for yet another technical free throw as he was fouled hard. A physical game it has been so far for the Dayton Wolves and Toronto Terror. Winston committing the technical, a hard foul down low. 1 of 2 so far. Trades in. Number 9 back at the line when we return. live on AAU War Tour Radio.
It's finally summer. I'm ready for the sun. Beach, here I come.
Summer traffic can be tiring. Recharge at Shell today. Get refreshing rewards plus a chance to win a luxurious beach getaway to Siargao, Boracay, or El Nido with every 1,000 pesos worth of Shell V-Power Nitro Plus.
Summer na talaga! Yes!
See flyers for details. Promo valid until May 31, 2017 at participating Shell stations per DTI FTEB SPD permit number 1080 series of 2017.
The new price drop at Tesco is here, and we've dropped the price of white bread, flatbread, garlic bread, granary bread, chocolate croissant, chocolate brioche, chocolate mousse, chocolate fudge cake, chocolate gâteau, mushroom soup, lentil soup, chicken soup, broccoli and Stilton soup, sliced beef, sliced ham, sliced chicken, sliced salami, ice cream, whipping cream, clotted green,
The new price drop at Tesco. Every little helps. Prices reduced on at least one product per spoken line. Selected UK stores and availability.
cocoa, chicken wings, Cajun chicken wraps, Skull Cannon.
Subway Restaurant's Storytime Theatre proudly presents Jack and the Beanstalk.
Fee, fi, fo, fum. I smell something delicious. Hey, little fella, what you got there?
Oh, this? It's the big hot pastrami sub from Subway Restaurants.
That does look tasty.
It sure is. Climbing that beanstalk out there makes you hungry.
You mind if I have a bite?
Sure! I'll trade you for that goose over there with the golden eggs.
You got a deal!
Hungry for something big? Then pick up a big hot pastrami sub from Subway Restaurants. Layer upon layer of delicious hot pastrami stacked high and toasted to flavorful perfection on freshly baked bread. Topped with pickles, mustard, and melted Swiss cheese, it's the perfect way to satisfy any giant-sized appetite. Big hot pastrami available at participating restaurants for a limited time only. See restaurants for details. Subway. Eat fresh.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the game. 78-85, 4-10 left as we get set for number 9, getting set for yet another technical free throw. As down low, he was fouled hard by Dwight Winston. It was a flagrant called into a technical as he knocks down his second one. 86-78, 4-10 left. The Dayton Wolves is going to go ahead and switch from full court to 2-3. As a pass inside to number 7 beyond the three-point line. Manny Reeves back in the game as well. I forgot to call shockingly after he was taken out. Still don't know the extent to the injury as the three-pointer no good for Toronto. Rebounded up the floor to Miller. Miller inside to Johnson. Johnson over to Jamison to Winston, and it's no good. Ladies and gentlemen, we are getting some information on Manny Reeves' key injury. Ladies and gentlemen, as number 10 knocks down a shot, we're going to send it over to Christine Leahy as she has the doctor's report on the injured Manny Reeves.
Thank you, Trey. Thank you, Andy. Ladies and gentlemen, the doctor's report is in. Manny Reeves suffers from a broken nose. It's the same in the third quarter of play. Early in the third quarter, doctors give it a 4 to 6 a week's healing time. However, Manny Reese does not want to sit out tonight. He is back on the floor, but he has to watch that nose because, I mean, one more severe blow to that nose will set Manny Reese out for some time, ladies and gentlemen. Back to you, Kate. Back to you, Andy, as this game is getting a 6-17 left. 88-80, ladies and gentlemen.
A broken nose Manny Reese has sustained early in the third quarter. The reason why he sat out, it was a Miller and Johnson connection to take it up to 88 as Chris Johnson down low gets his hand on another pass. It will be Toronto Terra passing it in from the inbound as number 9 is going ahead and passes to number 16, 101 Chris Johnson down low to number 8, who drops it in. Foul on Manny Reese. That is his third, team's fourth. And it will be yet another and one scenario. Toronto Terra on the Terra. That is number 10, DeMar Sullivan. As he misses the and one free throw, rebounded by Johnson up the floor to Manny Reese. Manny Reese over to Miller. Miller wide open, 3 points off the front of the rim, short. Rebounded Miller now 8 points in the second half, 15 in the first, 0 of 2 from the 3-point line, 2 of 4 from the first half. That's number 10 again on a 3, no good. Rebounded by Johnson yet again up the floor to Manny Reese. Manny Reese to Miller. Miller beyond the 3-point line is going to try to attack against number 7. Miller right side now where the rest of the Dayton Wolves is. Passes it over to Winston. Winston inside to Miller. Miller goes up, misses yet another layup. Crucial for the Dayton Wolves as it's rebounded by number 16 inside of number 9 and it's batted out. Last touch by number 5 for Toronto. It will be Dayton Wolves basketball. Timeout Dayton Wolves as they now trail double digits. 2:29, fourth quarter, 80-90. Dayton Wolves lose, Eddie.
We're here asking people from all over what they think of Lipton green tea. Let's hear what people from Texas have to say. How about China? Germany? How about people from the North Pole? Or Mars? What about mimes? Oh, right. People with their jaws wired shut? Oh. Yeah, a barbershop quartet. Oh, you guys are great. How about race car drivers? What about you, high school glee club, here on a field trip? Well, that settles it. It sounds like everyone loves the taste of Lipton green tea. With its protective antioxidants from real tea, it's not just good for you, it's to you. Lipton tea can do that.
Have a Sprite and cheer for Sonia.
Subway Restaurant's Storytime Theater proudly presents Jack and the Beanstalk.
Fee-fi-fo-fum. I smell something delicious. Hey, little fella, what you got there?
Oh, this? It's the big hot pastrami sub from Subway restaurants.
That does look tasty.
It sure is. Climbing that beanstalk out there makes you hungry.
You mind if I have a bite?
Sure. I'll trade you for that goose over there with the golden eggs.
You got a deal. Hungry for something big? Then pick up a big hot pastrami sub from Subway restaurants. Layer upon layer of delicious hot pastrami stacked high and toasted to flavorful perfection on freshly baked bread. Topped with pickles, mustard, and melted Swiss cheese, it's the perfect way to satisfy any giant-sized appetite. Big hot pastrami available at participating restaurants for a limited time only. See restaurants for details. Subway. Eat fresh.
You on repeat, play you everywhere I go. Everywhere I go, play you everywhere I go. Put you on repeat, play you everywhere I go. Everywhere I go, play you everywhere I go. Yeah.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the fourth and final quarter, 2:30 on the clock. In the fourth quarter, Dayton Wolves trail by 10, 80-90. Manny Reed suffers from a broken nose. The healing time 4 to 6 weeks, a month to a month and a half, as Miller kicks it over to Johnson. Johnson's gonna attack right side, passes it back to Miller, picked off by number 16, throws it up to number 7, he turns it over, stolen by Chris Johnson. Miller beyond the three-point line, gonna fire it, no good, rebounded by Manny Reed, broken nose and all, gives it back out to Miller. Miller over to Winston, Winston back to Miller, drops it in for 2 minutes on the clock. The Dayton Wolves now switch to a full-court press. Miller on number 7. Number 7's going to walk the ball up the floor. Miller trying to steal it, reaching and all. 49% for the Dayton Wolves, 31 of 63, 53% for Toronto, 35 of 65. As number 10 is going to fire it, turn around over Manny Reed, no good. Miller collects the rebound, pushing the ball, going to step back, thought he was going to fire the 3 yet again. Kicks it over to Chris Johnson. Johnson spins, turns it over. Stolen by number 16 now. Up the floor to number 7. Miller right beside number 7. It will be a double team. Manny Reed helps with the double team. Backs off. Passes it over to number 10. Picked up by Manny Reed. Manny Reed 101. Broken nose and all. He hasn't been a soldier. Still playing. Gets a hand on it. Knocks it out of bounds. Last touch by Manny Reed, who holds his nose. You see the tissue and everything in Manny Reed's nose, ladies and gentlemen. He is still in this game. 1:15 left on the clock. Dayton Wolves down 8. They are on the verge of losing their second game in a row. A pass into number 16. He has to fire the shot. 3-pointer, no good. Rebounded by Winston. Winston to Miller. Miller's going to push the floor. Dwight Winston now 11 points in the game. 4 of 5 shooting. 9 rebounds. 2 steals. Manny Reed with the bucket. Off an assist by Miller. Broken nose and all, I'm gonna keep saying it. A turnover stolen by Manny Reed. Up the floor to Winston. Winston to Miller. Miller's gonna fire it. Foul. And that foul will be on Dwight Winston. That is his 4th. The basket will count. However, Toronto will shoot 2. This number 7 is fouled. That will be Toronto in the bonus, as Dwight Winston may have given this game up for the Dayton Wolves. And they bring it to 4. Dwight Winston fouls. Toronto on the line for 2 after Miller sinks a 2. And those 2 points will be for no reason, Eddie.
Well, the smaller guys has the advantage down low when the smaller guy is boxing you out. A body on body, and you go up for the for the rebound. And you jump over his back, that will be a foul on you, a loose ball foul. As number 6 buries 2 of them. A perfect 2 of 2, 92-86. No Dayton Wolves timeout. Miller rushing the floor, double team. Kicks it out to Johnson. Johnson back to Miller. Miller's going to cross right, cross left. Gets the screen by Johnson down at the free throw line. Miller inside the Johnson. Goes up, drops it in for two. That is the Miller-Johnson connection. The third Miller and Johnson connection tonight. Miller with another assist, as there now is a 4-point lead. 88-92. Manny Reese playing huge defense on number 10. 33 seconds. Passes it up to 16. 16 back out to 7. 1-on-1 with C. Miller. Miller is going to foul him for his third. Team's fifth. Well, team 6, ladies and gentlemen. That will put number 7 on the line for 2, as the Dayton Wolves is now in the double bonus. And this will be huge free throws for Toronto. Toronto can bury the Dayton Wolves at the free throw line for the second with their 18th win tonight live at their hometown. As he can knock down both of these free throws. Will he knock down the first one? The first one is good. As you can tell, 93-88, 28.8 gets set for yet another one. As this one, ladies and gentlemen, for Toronto's number 7 is good. It will still be no timeout for the Dayton Wolves, as Miller, holding the ball beyond the three-point line, has to pass it up. Johnson goes around his defender, a spin move, drops it in for 2. Back to a 4-point game for the Dayton Wolves as Chris Johnson fouls number 10. That is his third, team 7th. And you hear the MVP chants for number 10, Damar Sullivan, who they believe should be the MVP of the season. This season is wrapping up to be a great one. The shooting guard delivering a victory for the Toronto Terror to break the Dayton Wolves' second game losing in a row. Drops it in. Now back to a 5-point game as he looks to make it 6. As the chance continues, ladies and gentlemen, his second one is good. Now it will be a timeout for the Dayton Wolves. 18.5 seconds left. 90-96. Dayton Wolves in need of a 3. We will find out when we return live on AAU World Tour Radio. It is a 20-second timeout. So, of course, we'll stand right here. Eddie, do you think the Dayton Wolves can knock down this three-pointer to take it to a 3-point lead? Or the Dayton Wolves go ahead and settle for 2?
I don't see the Dayton Wolves knocking down the three-pointer. Miller is 0-2 in the third quarter. I mean, in the second half of play, maybe more. Manny Reese is out 4 to 6 weeks. He cannot knock down a 3, even though he's still in the game. Manny Reese cannot knock down a 3. Winston cannot knock down. Johnson is the only hope as the pass into Miller. 16 seconds left. Miller crosses right, crosses left, gets a screen by Winston. Is going to fire the 3, double team. That one no good. Rebounded by Winston over to Manny Reese. Manny Reese to Johnson. Johnson back out to Manny Reese. Manny Reese back out to Miller. Miller has to fire it at the last minute. And that one no good also. That will do it, ladies and gentlemen. The Dayton Wolves lose their second game in a row to Toronto Terror live in tonight's game of the month. This month's game of the month, 90-96. Toronto Terror now back on a winning streak. Dayton Wolves on a 2-game losing streak. Don't go anywhere, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be right back. Right here live on AAU World Tour Radio for the post-game show presented by Inside Drive, giving you all the stats, pretty much bringing the game to you. We'll be right back, ladies and gentlemen. Don't go anywhere.
This is the sound of a nation becoming.
messy, and miraculous.
I wanna be in the room where it happens, the room where it happens. I wanna be in the room where it happens, the room where it happens. I wanna be in the room where it happens.
This is the story of America then, told by America now.
We dream of a brand new start, but we dream in the dark for the most part. Dark as a tomb where it happens. I've got to be in the room where it happens. I've got to know where it happens. I've got to know.
This is for all of us. Hamilton, an American musical on Broadway. Be there when it happens.
Click, boom.
We're here asking people from all over what they think of Lipton green tea. Let's hear what people from Texas have to say. How about China? Germany? How about people from the North Pole? Or Mars? What about mimes? Oh, right. People with their jaws wired shut? Oh. Yeah, a barbershop quartet. Oh, you guys are great. How about race car drivers? What about you, high school glee club, here on a field trip? Well, that settles it. It sounds like everyone loves the taste of Lipton green tea. With its protective antioxidants from real tea, it's not just good for you, it's to you. Lipton tea can do that.
Subway Restaurant's Storytime Theater proudly presents Jack and the Beanstalk.
Fee, fi, fo, fum. I smell something delicious. Hey, little fella, what you got there?
Oh, this? It's the big hot pastrami sub from Subway Restaurants.
That does look tasty.
It sure is. Climbing that beanstalk out there makes you hungry.
You mind if I have a bite?
Sure. I'll trade you for that goose over there with the golden eggs.
You got a deal.
Hungry for something big? Then pick up a big hot pastrami sub from Subway Restaurants. Layer upon layer of delicious hot pastrami stacked high and toasted to flavorful perfection on freshly baked bread. Topped with pickles, mustard, and melted Swiss cheese, it's the perfect way to satisfy any giant-sized appetite. Big hot pastrami available at participating restaurants for a limited time only. See restaurants for details. Subway. Eat fresh.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for staying tuned with us here at AAU Wardrobe Radio as we conclude our game of the month. The Dayton Wolves has fallen to Toronto Terralive in tonight's game of the month by the score of 90-96. The Dayton Wolves failed two of the three bigger challenges we already know for so far. Well, two of the four bigger challenges we know so far, which was win the game. The Dayton Wolves lost, so that has been failed for the Dayton Wolves, as well as do not trail this game by more. Well, do not trail this game at all. And that was the second to last of the biggie challenge. Dayton Wolves shot at a 51% tonight as a group. 35 of 69, which is a 51%. 6 of 24 from the three-point line, which is a 25%. So the Dayton Wolves has failed all four challenges, ladies and gentlemen. 14 of 19 from the free throw line, 74% for the Dayton Wolves as they continue to struggle the last few minutes of the fourth quarter. Remember, the Dayton Wolves had the game down by 8 with a score of 90-82. Miller airballed that wide open three-pointer It wasn't wide open, but Miller airballed that three-pointer, which did tremendous damage to the Dayton Wolves, especially late in the fourth quarter of play. The Dayton Wolves managed to play a tremendous defense going down the stretch, Eddie. The Dayton Wolves was able to get the ball back, but a turnover by Mike Wells as well as Chris Johnson sealed the deal for the Toronto Terrors. They connected on a basket and two down the stretch. The Dayton Wolves, C. Miller, finishing this game, ladies and gentlemen, with another double-double, 27 points, 12 assists, 1 rebound, 1 steal. And it looks like Miller just finished with 1 turnover, ladies and gentlemen. 11 of 24 shooting from the field goals, 2 of 9 from the three-point line, as well as missing his first free throw in so many in the last few games. Miller went 3 of 4 from the free throw line. This will be his first game out of many where he did not end it perfect shooting from the free throw line. Chris Johnson also ending this game, ladies and gentlemen, 20 points in this game, 9 rebounds, just 1 away from his double-double, 1 steal, 2 turnovers, and one of his last turnover came from that he tried to spin off his defender down in the right low block, but fell out of bounds, turned the ball over. A crucial mistake for the Dayton Wolves. They went 8 of 10 from the field goals, 2 of 2 from the three-point line, and 2 of 3 from the free throw line. Dwight Winston rounding off this game, 11 points, 10 rebounds. He has a double-double tonight as well, 2 assists, 2 steals, 0 turnovers, 4 of 5 from the field goals, and 3 of 5 from the free throw line. The Dayton Wolves is now on a 2-game losing streak, Eddie. I mean, the Dayton Wolves has so many opportunities, and a great opportunity to come back and take at least tie this game up. 2 minutes left. The Dayton Wolves down 8, and it was just the careless ball control for the Dayton Wolves that cost them this game.
That and more, Kate. This game was a game that the Dayton Wolves wish they would have won. I know the Dayton Wolves fan is heartbroken right now that the Dayton Wolves could not pull this game out. But it was a tremendous night for some of the Dayton Wolves. They just could not get over the hump. The Dayton Wolves has lost Manny Reeves with a broken nose, ladies and gentlemen. Was taken out of the game late in the third quarter. It was like 2:22 left in the third quarter of play. The free throw, the foul, the free throw sat Manny Reeves out. He got checked out by the team doctors, and Amani declared that it was a broken nose. Manny Reeves, healing time, he will be out, quote unquote, for 4 to 6 weeks. That is a month to a month and a half, ladies and gentlemen, without Manny Reeves. Is a dagger to the Dayton Wolves, especially Chance Miller. I know that late in the game, when the Dayton Wolves needed a three-pointer, at least one three-pointer, Miller rushed it, aired it short. I know he wished Manny Reeves was in there, and Manny Reeves was 100%, because I knew he was going to be looking for somebody besides himself to shoot that three-pointer. He was double-teamed, triple-teamed throughout the fourth quarter, ladies and gentlemen, and the Dayton Wolves just could not hang on. No one was able to step up. Miller tried to bury the last 2. But those were no good, and we see the results. 90-96, Toronto Terror now continues their, looking to continue going on their winning streak. The Dayton Wolves on a 2-game losing streak, and in this upcoming break for the Dayton Wolves is well-needed rest, well-needed everything for the Dayton Wolves, because this month, the last month of November, they have went 0 of 2 in both of their games. So, we will just be keeping our eyes on Manny Reeves. I know when he comes up to 100%, I know that C. Miller and the rest of the starters will do their justice. But in the meantime, Miller needs to go ahead and start working with one of the backups. Stephen Curry was in, as well as number 10, who we've never seen step foot in the AAU atmosphere game, such as this one. And his first game was against the Toronto Terrors. So now it is now one of these players that hasn't really got any time playing. This is the time they need to step up, because Manny Reeves will not be 100% for a month to a month and a half. But this game, Manny Reeves continued to play, dropped 2 more points before the end of the game when he returned late in the fourth quarter. But it was just not enough. Manny Reeves missed the rest of the third quarter and half of the last quarter. So Things work out the way they did. The Dayton Wolves take this loss, and they continue to move forward as they're headed back home against the Atlantic Celtics before they go one-on-one again in Los Angeles, California against the Double Pump.
DeMar Sullivan for the Toronto Terror has been named player of the game with an impressive 29 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 steals, 2 turnovers, 11 of 20 shooting from the field, 2 of 4 from the 3-point line, as well as 5 of 7 from the charity strike. Number 7, 17 points. This is the player, along with number 10, DeMar Sullivan, who is helping go one-on-one with C. Miller tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Number 7, we've been calling it all night. 17 points in this game, ladies and gentlemen. Check this out. 17 points in this game, 7 rebounds, 9 assists, as well as 3 turnovers throughout, 7 of 18 shooting from inside, 3 of 9 outside, as well as 0 of 1 from the charity strike. 7 rebounds, 9 assists is remarkable. Almost a triple-double tonight. Miller had his hands full definitely tonight, especially after Maynard Reeves was sat out of the game before he encountered his injury. You have number 5 rounding off the top 3 for the Toronto Terror in tonight's win. 13 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 steal, 6 of 11 shooting from the field, 1 of 5 from the 3-point line, and didn't take any free throws, ladies and gentlemen. That is it for the top 3 for each team. As we go ahead and look at the comparison, we talked about the Dayton Wolves shooting 51% tonight from the field, 25 from the 3-point line, 74 from the free throw line. Let's take a look at Toronto Terror. 35 of 67, a 52% shooting tonight as a group from the field goals. The 3-pointers, 8 of 25, the Dayton Wolves 6 of 24. Toronto made 2 more 3-pointers. Then the Dayton Wolves, 8 of 25, they shot at a 32% as they went 78% from the free throw line. So they won all 3 of the battles. If you're looking at the team comparison to end this night, the Dayton Wolves took the fast break points, 19 to Toronto's 15, ladies and gentlemen. Points in the paint also goes to the Dayton Wolves, 48 to Toronto's 34. Second chance points, Dayton Wolves win it, 13-6. Bench points, Toronto wins it, 24-22. Assists, the Dayton Wolves, 27-25. Toronto Terror. Offensive rebounds, Dayton Wolves take it by 2, 11-9. Defensive rebounds, pretty much even, 28-28, split right down the middle. The steals goes to Toronto, 11 to the Dayton Wolves, 7 blocks. The Dayton Wolves trail by 1. Toronto takes it 3-2. Turnovers, the Dayton Wolves 11 tonight as a group, as Toronto turned the ball over 9 times. Team fouls, Dayton Wolves 15 to Toronto's 13. The biggest lead margin goes to Toronto by 2, which is the Dayton Wolves 8 to Toronto's 10. The Dayton Wolves led, the highest they've led by was 8, Toronto 10. And that will do it, ladies and gentlemen. The Dayton Wolves failed this game yet again, ladies and gentlemen, but they will have another opportunity to come back after this break and try to get back on the winning streak. Who knows, ladies and gentlemen? But until then, ladies and gentlemen, we will see you next time right here live on AAU World Tour Radio. But until then, have a great week, and we will see you in 2 weeks.